Hello, everybody. This is Ian Beckles, and welcome to what used to be the Cannabis Podcast. What used to be, because we are going to be changing the name. The flow of the show has changed a little bit. We're going to do a few different things, and now we're going to be calling it Plant Power Podcast because we have a place here, the Dignitary Tea and Kava House. We have CBD products here. We sell kava. We sell kratom, botanical teas, and things from the earth. And that's what we're all about. We sell a wonderful coffee as well. So what we're trying to do is bring you guys things that are good for you. And if you've ever been to a kava house before, it's kind of like going to a normal bar, but there's no alcohol, there's no drunk idiots running around, and we're actually shooting from here right here. As you can see, the motif is pretty chill. We have kind of a Rasta feel. We usually have incense burning, music playing, ESPN usually on the TVs. I'm a little biased towards sports, but if you guys want to watch other things, we can do that as well. But we always have some good music playing. We have a young man, Frank the Kava OG, who you guys are going to meet a little bit later, who makes the best kava in town. I'm a little biased, but I'm going to brag on him a little bit because I've been listening to all the pundits out there and the ones who know about kava and kratom, and everybody's giving him, glowing grades. So come and check us out for yourself. 4817 West Shore. It's really on the corner of West Shore and Gandhi. If you see the outside, you'll know it's it right away. I guarantee you'll know it's it. We have a mural of Bob Marley on the outside, and it's just a really cool atmosphere and just an easy place to hang out. So now I own a kava bar, and we sell kratom here as well, CBD products. So it's not just about cannabis anymore. We will talk a lot about cannabis in this podcast, and it's also a webcast, so you can watch us as well. And big ups to WeBeam TV and Radio Influence for making this happen. But this is about education, and we're trying to, inform the masses of some of the things going on in our world. Everybody talks about big pharma, how they're smashing people. Well, they're trying to hold a lot of people down. Marijuana finally made it through. Kratom and kava, there's different people going after that as well. So we're here to educate you guys a little bit. A little bit later, I have a young man who knows a lot more about it than I do. He's definitely going to be talking to you guys about kava and kratom, and we'll talk a little marijuana as well. So I'm sitting here right now in this comfy chair at the Dignitary Tea and Kava House, and we're open 7 days a week. We're a great place to come hang out. If you have a medical marijuana card, we have a little lounge outside. We can hang out and smoke a little something. That's only if you have your card. Now, if you don't have your card, I suggest you get it. We have Dr. Cannabis roll through here usually once a month. We don't have a date yet. By next week for sure, we will have a date. But you can if you just Google Dr. Cannabis, he will have some different dates at some different locations. And if you put promo code Dignitary, you get a discount. So we might as well take advantage of that. But I definitely suggest everybody go out there and get their medical marijuana card. I've had mine for a couple of years now, and it just makes sense, people. I know you're getting stuff off the street, and you might think you're getting deals, but you don't know what people are selling you. When you get it at the dispensary, you know exactly what you're getting. It's all science, and nobody's messing with you. So, and I'll be honest with you, we'll talk a little bit about pricing. Curaleaf is my people. We'll talk definitely a lot about pricing, and I don't know where you get your weed, but way back in the day, you would usually pay $300 for an ounce. You go to Curaleaf and on the right day get 2 ounces for $200 or $300. I mean, literally, they're giving the stuff away. So we'll have some pointers, and we'll sit here on some of these episodes and break down some different strains and have different people sitting here and talking, and once again educating you guys. As far as events going, we have an event coming up, the Sunshine State Cannabis Festival, with our guy Dr. Brown Cannabis, and we have some of their products here. They have wonderful products. It's the 21st and the 20th of November, so it's coming up. Beckles, and welcome back to Plant Power. We're hanging out here at the Sunshine State Cannabis Festival, and the Dignitary Tea and Kava House is a big part of this, and it's coming off without a hitch right now. It's Saturday, and it's about a little bit after 1 o'clock, so people are starting to pile in here at Plant City, but it's a good feel, and we're very fortunate to be talking to a couple of the Platinum Puff sponsors right here, and I have the business cards here, so I'm going to get their names 100% correct. We have Brad Suholtz from Clear Gold. How you doing, brother?
Doing good.
You're looking good. Yeah, good to be alive. And we have Tony Kopic, is it? Kopek from Ghost. How are you, Tony?
Doing great. We're excited about launching our new product today.
Absolutely. Well, this is a beautiful thing. And listen, us here at the Dignitary Tea and Kava House, we try to support local as much as we can. And we were just sitting here talking about how we all need to embrace each other and help each other, grow. And that's what we're here for. And that's what the Sunshine State Cannabis Festival is all about. And listen, it's all about helping local people. And this is what it's all about. And there's a lot of local people here that are like-minded. And the one thing we all have in common here is cannabis. And what cannabis can do for us and for all the benefits. And that's why I really started this Plant Power podcast, and that's what it's all about. Things coming from the earth, helping us out. Now, explain a little bit more about your product, Ghost, and what it brings.
We have our disposables, and as you were saying, we're excited about launching Ghost, but we're also excited about being a part of the community, being a part of a bigger picture, not only for fun, but for health and for just a lifestyle. And that's what we're looking at. Everybody's digging the Ghost, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So we're pretty excited about it.
Absolutely. Now, where could somebody find Ghost? I mean, you have your own website, but are you at any local shops?
Right now, we're not at any local shops. We're working some deals right now to have a presence in St. Pete, all through Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Delray. In Austin, we're working. Our main headquarters is in Kansas City, so we do have it there. Our website launches later today. Okay. It's called GhostEasyHemp.com.
Well, there you go. Well, we're fresh. We're on this thing fresh and new. I love it. And now listen, we're jumping on it new. The website's just getting launched today, so we may be one of the first shops to carry it. You never know. So I hit it up today. Great product, and I think the packaging is fantastic, and I think this young man has a lot to do with it. Now talk to us about your product, young man. You guys are the platinum sponsor for the Sunshine State Cannabis Festival. So what do we have going on here, brother?
25 milligram D8 gummies. We have some hemp smokes, canna dips, tinctures. We also do BioFreeze with CBD, 1,000 milligrams. We saw there was a niche in the market, so we decided to. Supply times were a little delayed, so we went ahead and filled that void. And we're happy that Ghost came on board with us. We're also doing the industry, which is a part of this festival, and looking to connect with more people. Especially people that want to save some money and get a good product.
No doubt. Now, how about you guys? You have a beautiful product right here. I love the packaging. You can tell there's been a lot of love that goes through it. But it's not just the product. It's the branding and stuff like that. And that's why I'd like to sit down and talk to you. I mean, like, you're involved in the cannabis and hemp, the whole industry, but you're also deep into the packaging and branding as well, right?
Yes, I started about 7 years ago out in Washington State in the rec market, and I got a lot of good ideas from that and carried it over.
Beautiful. That's why we're going to sit down after this festival, and we're going to talk, and we're going to bump heads, and we're going to figure out ways where we could coexist and hopefully expand both of our brands. You got some beautiful pre-rolls over here. You guys also have the tinctures and the gummies, and you even indulge in cigars, which we want to actually have at a Dignitary Tea and Kava House, because we have an outside area as well, so we might mess with the cigars as well.
Absolutely, and coming soon, me and Dr. Brown are going to come up with a Canagar for CBD.
How about that? Well, Ray Brown is a hustler just like us, so hopefully we could all coexist together. But one love to you for being the Platinum Puff sponsor, Clear Gold. And once again, where's your shop?
It's at 5901 Sun Boulevard in the Isla del Sol Plaza.
I know exactly that area. It's a beautiful area. Uppity area. You got some people with money. You're smart.
I wanted to hit a different niche, like I said, so I'm just filling the void.
Beautiful. We're in a pretty darn good area ourselves, right there in the corner of West Shore and Gandy. So we're kind of an uppity area ourselves. But it was great to meet you, brother. Looking forward to doing some business in the future. We'll be back. Welcome back to Plant Power. We're hanging out here at the Sunshine State Cannabis Festival, and things are starting to pick up. People are starting to pour in here at Plant City, and we're talking to a young man here who's one of the sponsors and has a place here. And it's this is Lou Dondero from Brock Bohem. Did I say that the right way?
You said it very good, Ian.
Awesome. Now, Lou, we've been in contact a little bit. We have a mutual friend, and the lovely Christy, who told me about your product, and Christy brought it to me at the gym one day. And this is not. She brought it to me, and I knew he was going to be here, but I have it in my pocket right here. This is my Brock Bohem right here, and this is basically a flask for pre-rolls, and we all go to Curaleaf to get our pre-rolls, and you don't know where to put them. You can't put them in your pocket. So when my girl Christy showed it to me, I said, this is absolutely genius. So tell me how you came up with this concept.
Sure. So, repurposed another idea. I was working on a fishing box, and it kind of failed.
Okay.
But we repurposed it, went back to the drawing board, looked at what the markets were, and the cannabis market was just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. It's a very positive market. So got out a piece of paper and pen and a ruler and started drawing, and that's where the 420 flask was born.
Well, are you somebody that's in the cannabis world? Are you an inventor? How did it all start?
So I guess I have inventor,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And I'm pro cannabis. I think it's an amazing therapy, right? And it's a shame it's still in prohibition.
Agreed.
But I think we're coming out of that, and a lot of positiveness. And so I thought, there's got to be a way to carry your blunts, your pre-rolls, your joints in a very, sophisticated way, right? And you don't want to carry just one in a doob tube, right? You want to carry 5 or more. And so this is basically just a flask. Think of a hip flask for bourbon, shaped, curved to fit your pocket. It's smell-proof, and it's waterproof. It actually floats.
It actually has a humidor in it, just kind of a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly, Ian. So we've actually built a clip inside the cap where you can put in a humidity pack, and it's shut so airtight that the humidity will help preserve your cannabis.
Wow. I mean, that's, to me, when I saw it, and I'm the kind of person that I like to not be impressed with things. That's me, okay? Because
right.
I've seen a lot of stuff, and I looked at it, and I evaluated it, and I go, this is genius. It's simple, and it's genius. I think you put a lot of work into the way you manufactured it. It's very simple. It's light, and I have it in my pocket right now, so it definitely makes sense. So as of right now, this is brand new, right?
It's brand new.
Now, where is it sold?
So I've got a website called brockbohem.com. That's BROCK, Bohem, BOHEME.com. Or you can just go on Amazon and do 420 flask, and it'll pull up right there.
Perfect. Well, what we're going to do is, and we've talked before, and I just met you for the first time, but we're going to figure out a way to get the Dignitary logo on some of these flasks, and we're going to be selling some of these in our shop for sure. But, brother, I think you have a wonderful product.
Ian, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely.
I've heard so many great things about you, and you're such a positive businessman in Tampa, so appreciate everything you do.
Thank you, brother. It's good to be involved with some young entrepreneurs like yourself. So, Brock Bohem, my guy right here, check him out, 420 Flask. We'll be back. Welcome back to Plant Power, and we're hanging out here at the Sunshine State Cannabis Festival, and this is great because I ran into this young man, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know much about him, although I've heard the name before, and I know there's something behind the name. Robert Platshorn, did I say that right, sir?
You said it right.
Black tuna to everybody else out there, and I guess this is one of the most popular strains in America. Am I saying that right?
It actually is. It's never lasts in the store more than an hour or two. A couple weeks ago, we put out about 13,000 jars, and the next morning there was nothing. And that's the way it is every month when we harvest. It's an amazing strain. It's almost a duplicate of what I used to smuggle from Colombia, that good Santa Marta Gold. That became the mother strain of almost every good medical strain today.
Now, you are the root of everything that's happening out here. Now, way back when you were smuggling, could I ask, did you ever thought that this would happen before? Did you ever think that this would be happening?
I spent 30 years in prison. I thought about a lot of
Yeah, I'm
things.
sure you did.
No, this is amazing. We've really developed a great program in Florida from scratch. I mean, this was considered the least likely state to legalize anything.
Sure.
And the first time we had it on the ballot, of course, it failed. And the reason was seniors. You don't have the senior vote, you're not going to make it.
Yeah, man.
And I started the Silver Tour. We go to big senior communities, not rest homes.
Sure.
Big senior communities, audiences, 600 people. I bring a doctor, I bring patients, and we teach them about medical marijuana. And they can even sign up for their card right there. And that's how we managed to pass Amendment 2.
Thank God too. It was overdue. I mean, we've been talking about this forever. And listen, I played in the NFL a long time ago, and I didn't smoke marijuana back then because I couldn't. Now they should be giving those players joints when they get off the football field instead of all those damn pills that are killing them. But it's for people like you who sacrifice. First of all, thank you. Now talk about the 30 years you spent in jail for smuggling something that's pretty much bringing billions of dollars to our country these days.
Uh,
It's crazy, ain't it?
yeah, but what can you say about 30 years in prison? I got about 15 prison stories in here. No real dark stuff.
Okay.
Uh, I didn't want people to read the book and feel sorry for me because I was in prison 30 years. I picked out the funny stories, some very scary stories, but no dark, no sympathy.
Good.
I spent 30 years in 11 different federal prisons.
Wow. And that was for smuggling marijuana.
Smuggling marijuana, first offense.
First offense.
No violence.
Can I ask how much?
They
It was a
alleged,
lot.
they alleged I brought in 3 million pounds, but I didn't.
Okay, let's say it's £1 million. Let's say it's £1 million. Respect, brother. That's a lot of weed.
That was a lot
That's
of
a
weed.
lot of weed. Unbelievable. And what year was this?
Late 70s.
Late 70s.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I may ask you, you talked about marijuana back then. Marijuana is not the way it was in the late 70s. I mean, how has marijuana itself changed in the last 50 years or so?
There are a lot more strains.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are more refined. They're grown either for high THC or high terps or high CBDs. Back in my day, you had Santa Marta Gold,
Yep.
Punta Roja.
Yeah.
You had Colombian Regs,
Yeah.
which was the largest. I mean, some of those fields in Colombia were 100 miles long.
Acapulco Gold, one of them back in the day.
Acapulco Gold.
Yeah.
Maui.
Yeah. Now there's
Kona
thousands
Bud.
and thousands and thousands. We don't know. We can't sit here and talk about them all these days.
Now it's endless.
Yeah.
And they're grown with a lot more care.
There's a lot more science involved with it. There's science involved with it, and now this is the government, and they got their hands on it, so it's going to become more scientific. And listen, it makes sense to get your marijuana card, people. You could be getting your stuff off the streets. You don't know what somebody's giving you in a satchel. This way, let the scientists tell you exactly what you're getting and why you're using it. It just makes a lot of sense. And Mr. Tuna, brother, I have the mad respect for you, sir, what you've accomplished.
It's a pleasure. Thank
And it's
you.
good to see you out here hustling still. And go out there and get black tuna. So black tuna can just show up at the different dispensaries. That's that a possibility?
They harvest once or twice a month. We got a big drop coming Monday. Of course, it's my 79th birthday. So
Happy birthday, brother.
They're having black tuna birthday.
Where is it going to be popping up? Because I want to get me some of that.
Every Trulieve dispensary.
Okay.
They got 108 stores open.
Okay. Perfect.
It goes to all of them. And then December 17th, we're growing a huge crop for Christmas. Of course, we're going to be giving away some neat shit for Christmas.
Beautiful. You can say shit. It's a podcast. Don't worry about that. It's all good. It's great to meet you, Mr. Tuna.
It's been a pleasure.
Black Tuna, everybody. He's a legend in the cannabis industry.
Legend in my own mind.
That's what it's all about. Everybody have a great day. Welcome back to the Plant Power Podcast, and I told you guys I'm going to be bouncing around and the show's going to be going to different locations, and you guys know that Curaleaf is our title sponsor, and if I have a choice of dispensary I go to, I always choose Curaleaf. I got one right there in South Tampa, about half a mile from Dignitary Tea Kava House, and I'm there too often. But Curaleafs are popping up everywhere in the Florida area, and I'm actually here in Spring Hill. Haven't been to Spring Hill in a little while, but I journeyed all the way here to Spring Hill because they're having their grand opening here. It's a beautiful facility, nice people here. I've seen some great people rolling through, and I want to talk a little bit more about this facility and also Curaleaf and what Curaleaf is doing in the Florida area with this young lady, Jackie McCullough, who is, first of all, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing very well. What is your title here at Curaleaf?
I am the district manager for West Florida.
Well, I tell people I wouldn't trade my job for many people's jobs. I might trade my job for your job. That sounds like a fun job.
For sure.
No doubt. So Curaleaf is, I would say, not speaking out of line, one of the bigger dispensaries in Florida, correct?
That's correct. This is our actually 38th location that's opening today.
Whoa, now, Curaleaf has been part of my podcast for a year now. I remember speaking of this last year. So how many Curaleafs have opened in the last year? I mean, it's doubled at least, right?
Yes, quite a few.
Unbelievable. So you guys are popping up everywhere. You're here in Spring Hill. You say this is a different template. How does this template compare to the other ones?
So we've got an open concept on the floor. So all of our, medicine is picked and packed in the back of the house.
Okay, so it's a little different than South Tampa.
It is.
South Tampa's a little bit of a bigger, area, but this is very comfortable. And there's one thing about Curaleaf for me, I like the feel of a Curaleaf. You walk in, and I don't like to bash other dispensaries, but some of them seem a little bit more sterile. When you walk into a Curaleaf, it's just very, very inviting. And you guys just are always on top of things. You guys do a wonderful job, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, you guys are also debuting some new products here. And my guy, Christian Avila, so you got to go there and check out the new Click. So tell me about the new Click, which is right here, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a new vape pen. I mean, it doesn't get any more practical than that. Throw in your pocket, roll around. Talk to us about this Click and what it does.
Yeah, so the new Click is magnetized. So the pods are magnetized at the top. So you just pop it in. It is actually mouth activated. So you put it up to your mouth and you're ready to go. We have it in 0.5 gram and 1 gram increments.
Beautiful. And how long has this has been out? How long has it been out?
It's only been out for a week.
That's
it's a brand
it,
new product.
And Curaleaf, it's just as Select is another company that you guys deal with?
Correct.
And so Select is a vape company?
Select is a brand that was based out of California for rec/medicinal.
Okay, well, I just love the feel of it. Very, very sleek.
It's very sleek, fits in your pocket, it's discreet.
Absolutely. Now, I'd like to talk about some other, I guess they have this Click kit. What comes in the kit with it?
So you get a vape cart, so you get a 0.5 gram cart as well as the device if you buy the kit to start off. We also sell the battery separate, and you can buy the carts to refill separate.
Okay. Now, I was kind of walking around, and listen, I'm at Curaleaf all the time, and I thought that I'd tried all the different devices here, but I haven't. I don't know what the heck this is. Explain what this is to me.
So this is going to be the G-Pen vaporizer. So it's for flower. So what you would do is you would open up the top.
Go ahead.
Well, you would open it up, you would throw the flower in, and then you would press the button,
and
let
boom,
it
that's
heat,
it.
and then you're good to go.
So it blows the flower out of here?
Correct. It comes out of the top, out of the mouthpiece.
Okay. Also very practical. I mean, this is how practical marijuana has become. It used to be, everybody has one joint hiding somewhere, and you walk around smelling like marijuana. It's not quite that deal anymore. Now, this is something RSO.
Yes.
All right? Talk to me about what RSO is.
So RSO is Rick Simpson oil. That's what it's abbreviated for. It's going to be the full spectrum flash frozen cannabis plant. So you can use it in a few different ways. You can ingest it, or you can actually use it as a topical and mix it for pain.
Really?
Yes.
That I did not know, because I'm just now getting hip to this Rick Simpson oil, and I usually do it at night, because it's something that kind of brings you down real quick.
Right.
And I have to speak for a living. so I can't get mush mouth in the middle of the day. So this is something that I use to go to sleep. So anybody has issues going to sleep, this is something that's great at night. And I saw this too, is something that I have not really dealt with is topical balm. This is something that could be used with Rick Simpson oil, I would think.
Correct, yes. And it's just a topical. You would place it to an affected pain area, and then it would help give some relief for the area that's hurting.
Well, I have a whole lot of pain, that is for sure. And that's why I go to Curaleaf, and I'm sure there's a lot of reasons why other people go, anxiety, sleeplessness, a lot of different things. And I know for a fact, every time I turn a corner, I see like a Curaleaf is popping up here in Florida. You say you have 38 now. Where are some of the other areas where you guys will be popping up here in the near future?
So we have one that's opening next week in Stewart.
Okay.
Also, we have Lady Lake and Wesley Chapel on the way this month.
Yep.
Along with Largo and Northdale Mabry. Those
Very
are all
nice.
coming.
Well, those Northdale Mabry, that's not too far from my hood. And I mean, do you have a regional? Curaleaf is owned by all one company, right?
Correct.
So you can literally have 1,000 of them in Florida. It wouldn't matter. You wouldn't be stepping on any toes.
Right.
Okay. So do you know where Curaleaf is ranked? 1, 2, 3 as far as dispensaries in Florida?
In Florida, I'm not sure what we're ranked, but I know that we are the #1 cannabis company nationwide.
Nationwide. I've heard that. I think I've heard that Curaleaf is not #1 in Florida, but heading that way. And then nationwide, Curaleaf is #1. So, but listen, this is a new thing for Florida, so we're just all catching up here, and we're hoping that everybody, you have choices. Life's about choices, and you know, when you get your medical card, I tell everybody it makes a lot of sense. Over there at the Dignitary Tea Kava House, we have an outdoor area. If anybody has a medical card, come and hang out. And a lot of people don't know why they need this card anymore. Why do I need the card? Well, I ask people, how much do you spend for an ounce? Most people say $300, and if it's just about money, for sure you're gonna save money coming in here, because I asked you today, do you have any special? You said 30%, and that's not that big of a deal in Curaleaf, because normally you go to Curaleaf and there's great specials every day, it seems like.
That's correct. We've got a grand opening special today, 30% off the entire store.
Good stuff.
Super exciting.
Good stuff. Well, that's what Curaleaf's all about. So, like I said, life's about choices. So if you have a choice, and there's a lot of dispensaries, you're going to pass a lot along the way. I like to go to one that makes me feel good, and that is Curaleaf. So, Jackie, thank you for everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being part of the Plant Powered Podcast, and anybody in the Spring Hill area. I'm not going to say if you're driving through Spring Hill, because I don't know if that's even possible. But if you're here in Spring Hill, this is the place to get it, a Curaleaf, and Curaleafs are everywhere in the Florida area. Once again, it's all about choices. Thanks again, Jackie, and thank you for everybody listening. Plant Powered Podcast. We'll be right back.